What's up, everyone? Icy Gains here, back at it again with another banger of a video. Today is going to be a jam-packed video, more than usual because there's a lot to go over. But before we get started, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This YouTube series is lit. It's nothing but lit and above that. Um, we've been going over play recaps. The first 5 episodes of the stock market for beginners has been super helpful, super impactful for the plays that we've been having crazy gains on already. Um, because one of them is understanding what levels are in your stock charts and how you could benefit from learning how to draw those important levels. So if you haven't seen those first 5 episodes of the YouTube series, watch them. You're gonna learn a lot and already be able to understand how the Discord is catching 100% plays, 200% plays, 1000% plays, and I can't wait to just go over what we caught this week. So today is Saturday, December 20th. The stock market was pretty crazy, pretty crazy, and I can't wait to just go over just how the week went. I want to review a little bit more today, because there's a big learning lesson. All right, it's not just about, oh, we caught this big move and we made money. It's not just about that. So side note, if I do sound a little different, I'm a little sick, but nothing's going to stop me from filming these videos for you guys. There's nothing I love more than recapping my plays, and just helping you guys understand the market, because when I was in a lot of your shoes as a beginner, I had no idea how to think about the market. I had no idea how to put all these pieces together, and after 5 years, now I'm able to see like the puzzle, because it's not like a it's not like a, oh, I get it now. It's not like it was this one thing. It's not just one thing. It's a puzzle. It's a lot of pieces, and once you put it together, the picture is so clear. But when you're first starting out, I understand how it could all be confusing, scary, risky, doubtful, all those things doesn't really help a beginner continue in the market. But I want to be that person to help you guys out and explain how to be experienced in the market and how to put that to work and be a successful stock trader or just a stock long-term investor, which I also really enjoy. All right, so let's get started. That was about 2 or 3 minutes, but let's get it. All right, so as you can see here, Monday was right here. We started SPY, which is the ETF or index of the tech stocks. SPY started the week at 635. You can see that it crashed down to 670, and there was a quick recovery after that, with Friday being a great bounce. So, how did the week go? Well, let's go over that. So if you watched the previous video, we recapped CRWV, which is an amazing play. After that, I was calling a couple plays on the Discord this week, early week, Monday, Tuesday, but I was letting the Discord know, hey, we won huge already with CRWV. Let's take it easy. The market isn't being so giving, so let's go in light with whatever plays I was thinking that were going to play out good. You could have you could have a winning strategy, but that winning strategy isn't going to win 10 out of 10 times. No one's strategy is ever going to be a 100% win rate, because if there was a 100% win rate strategy, everyone would be using that strategy and everyone would be making money, right, in the market. But it ain't that easy, and that's not how it works. But I'm going to show you just how real trading goes when I show you my Discord. Let's get to see that. Boom, Discord. Boom. All right. All right. So how do we manage losses? How do we manage that? Because this week we did have losses, and we did have a confusing week. So if you see here, Actually, it was probably my IC gains analysis here. So on my IC alerts channel, you're only gonna see the actual plays being called out. In my IC gains analysis, this is where I go more in depth in chart analysis, um, talking about the market, how to what your mindset should be with these plays, um, and I'm just going more in depth in the stock charts. All right, so okay, we have December 17th here. I think that was probably Tuesday. I said closing my play here. That was quick. Follow your rules. As much as I wanted this to rip, and be a winning play, it just invalidated my plan. $5 loss. Big key right here. $5 loss. Keep stop loss tight when the market gives no edge. So I was giving this type of feedback on every of my plays this week. I was saying set a tight stop loss. Be careful. The market isn't being happy right now. Things like that. And you can see that I had a great setup. It's a normal setup, my usual setups that I like to execute my plays with, but it just wasn't working out, and that was fine. You need to, as the more you trade, and as you learn, you have to understand that you're not always going to make those 100% plays, 50% plays, 200% plays, and your job is to cut those losses when you were planning on it before you got into the play. So if you get into a play with $100, right? You're not risking the $100 unless you let it expire worthless. You're only risking what you're willing to lose. So let's say I go into a play with the $100 and my risk tolerance is 20%. That means if my play loses $20, that is my stop loss. I was only willing to lose $20, so I'm going to sell that contract with a $20 loss. A new trader will get into that $100 trade and be like, oh, I'm gonna hope I make 200% again. Now they're probably risking that $100 because they're not going to sell or close that position, even though they're down 20%, 50%, 70%, because now they are hoping that they get that same 200% win that they did previously. But that's just going to destroy their account because they're not following strategy, they're not following the rules, they're not planning the play, and so on. Let's see here. 12-16. Oh, okay. Here's a very. This was one of my main plays early in the week, which was Nvidia. Nvidia, I had a 185 call expiring December 26th. But if we look at the chart here, I was looking at this 175 level, and my stop loss was only $1. So I said to the team, I was like, I'm looking for Nvidia to break out of this entire level, which is 185, and I bought the call at 176, and my stop loss was under this level. I love levels. I love levels because it's very simple to follow, like a game plan. Like, okay, if it's at this strong support level, I'm going to buy my call at the support level because I'm expecting this to bounce and recover and break out to the upside. But if it doesn't, and then I get out of the play, it validates my call, my thesis, and that's when I cut the play. We were managing loss, so I did lose. Early in the week, I lost probably $100 Monday and Tuesday. I lost $100, and I had several small plays where I lost like $5 or $10 because I was only giving myself like a couple minutes for that to either play out or not. So I was managing my plays, I think, pretty good. I was very happy with how I managed my losses. All right. So now that we went over that, it's now to get to the good news. Let's get to the great news, beautiful news. So this was important for me to go over. I wanted to go over this because everyone shows you the good parts about trading. Oh, I made money. Oh, we won. Oh, my Discord caught all these moves. Yes, yes. All good stuff, right? All great. But it's very important to be transparent on the losses. It's very important to tell you or explain to you what the journey looks like. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was down probably $150. Um, but that did not, because of my experience, that did not um It didn't unmotivate me. It didn't scare me to not trade anymore. It didn't tell me to just shut my charts down, my laptop, my phone. I didn't tell the Discord, yo guys, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry my plays are terrible. I'm a quit. I'm a quit. I did not tell the Discord that. I didn't. I told them persevere at perseverance. I showed them that. I showed them what it takes to be a successful trader. And I think I showed it once Thursday came. So what happened on Thursday? Thursday was December 18. December 18? No, 19. Yes. December 18 was Thursday. And let's start here. 6 a.m. I said CoreWeave has the exact same setup as it did when we caught the 300% move. CoreWeave was at the same area as when we caught the 300% move right here, right? I told them that. I give them a heads up who's ready for round two. And I also let them know about Nvidia being at the same very strong support level. I said Amazon still remains top watch as well. I love that upper trend line. Amazon is another great play. And I told them I'm not going in with size yet. I want this reversal to hold as confirmation. So I always give feedback. I always give explanations to help new traders understand what I'm thinking, how I'm going about these trades. Am I just shooting darts at a dartboard and hoping it lands on the target? Nah. These are my plays. Will always be high confirmation plays, high conviction, and that's just what consistency means. That you're not going to deviate from your strategy. You're not going to switch it up just because you lost once or twice. And that was December 18. Amazon starts ripping. Okay. All right. Okay, so that was Thursday, and I was still watching Thursday. It would be silly. December Thursday at 10 a.m. I said it would be silly not to play CoreWeave. It would be very silly, and that was 10 a.m. And look what happens on Thursday. Look what I did. I called this play out at 10 a.m. Right after, right 5 minutes after that comment. I called the play. CoreWeave 75 call. December 26th, $93. That was the play I called out for CoreWeave. And then I was on my way to Jiu-Jitsu, and I was like, holy smackaroonies. CoreWeave is up 6% overnight. That same night, CoreWeave was up $4 from entry. My calls were already like in profit, which is awesome. And I told the chat, I told the Discord, you will always know ahead of time. And what happens after? That's a great question. That is a great question. Let's see it. So now let's go back to the CoreWeave chart. Oh, that's not CoreWeave, that's CrowdStrike. All right, here we go. CoreWeave. CoreWeave from the 67 range. CoreWeave popped 67 to 83, almost a full $15, if not actually $15. So we caught a $15 pop on CoreWeave, which was 23% move. Holy smacks! All right, so that was a 23% move. That's just crazy. If you are in the stock market, you would know that 23% move on a stock and you caught the move, the entire move doesn't happen often. So I'm not going to tell you that we be catching these all the time. But I'm telling you that with the strategy that we have and the way that I call these plays out, this could happen. And you can see how I didn't even call out NVIDIA anymore because I didn't see the strength in it. So there was no point. So everybody was in Nvidia. I did not hear anyone going into CoreWeave in the stock market. So Nvidia went from 175 to 180. That's a $5 move. That's only, what's the percent? Or actually, let's go from here to here. That's uh, almost 5%. We caught a 20% move on CoreWeave. And you know what's so amazing? You know what's so amazing? This is what makes my I guess my passion, my work here, just worth it no matter what. No matter what. Check this out. My boy Mundios, a little $70 on the side today. Today, appreciate it. Icy Gains. Hey man, I appreciate you. Look at that. He bought Amazon call for 51, sold it for 63. That was $12. And then he bought the CoreWeave play, $60. He sold it for $122. In total, he made $70. And I told him, that's 5 full meals. So that's awesome. Um, and here's another note: a lot of people might not find success in trading at the start because they're trying to catch $100 moves, $200 moves, or the 500% moves. When I started to think like, yo, if I'm up $20 or maybe $100, that's almost like a day's worth of pay in my 9 to 5. And also, um, being up $50 is you could buy like 3 meals already with that. Um, so once you put like what that money that you're profiting could buy in the real life, then I think that could help you be less greedy in your plays and secure those profits and find that consistency. Right here we have Mr. Prince. Look at this. He bought a similar play for $15, sold it for 150. 1,000% play. I also called Tesla. He banked on Tesla as well. Mr. Prince is on fire. On fire. The chat is on fire. This was on Friday. And I show you this because me, I was down $150 of most of the week this week, right? And I didn't let that bring me down. Friday, I ended up being up $750. And I told the chat the whole week, manage your losses, lose way smaller than how much you win. You always want to win bigger than how much you lose. And I think so that's why this week was just a different week for me. I really enjoyed going through it because I put my lessons to work. I put everything on the Discord. I lost 150. I made 750. I don't know. I haven't taken the percentage of that, right? But I think that's a good win to loss ratio. So that was amazing. All right. So hopefully I'm not taking too long. I did want to end the video with a little sneak peek to next week's play for you guys that aren't in the Discord, and I'm gonna show you guys the stock that I'm looking at for next week. So let's see. Bam. All right. You're watching? Yeah, you're watching. All right. So, what stock is Icy Gains looking for into this upcoming week? There's actually 3 top stocks, but I'm only going to show you one. If you want to see what other plays I'm looking at, hop on the Discord. It's free. The link will be in the YouTube description down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That is all. That is all you need to do for me to just keep on making these beautiful videos. All right, let's get to it. All right, the stock is actually Broadcom. Broadcom. Why do I like this play so much? Why? I'll tell you why. Levels. Very simple. It's very, very simple. ah, the nose is running, but let's see if I can finish this before it runs more. All right. So as you can see here, actually, let me just zoom out and show you what's Broadcom doing this whole time. Broadcom is pretty much in the all-time highs area. It's crazy how much this stock ran from the April lows. OMG, I'm so sorry you have to see this, but okay. All right, so Broadcom went from 130 all the way to 420, which is just crazy. But obviously, with the AI boom, anything is possible. But let's get back to the levels. So I saw a pretty strong support level here on Broadcom. Actually, let me remove 3 drawings. All right. I saw one strong support level here. So whenever I'm drawing my support, as I went over in my YouTube episode number, I believe number 4 or 5, I saw this general area being the area of support, and I'm gonna tell you why. Look at every time Broadcom touched this level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's so many touches. And Broadcom keeps on bouncing, 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 bouncing. What does that mean? It just means that more than likely it's going to do it again. More than likely it's going to be bought up again. And what does this mean again? Well, that this upcoming week, I see Broadcom moving from the 330 range to at least the 355, 360 range. So the calls that I would be most interested in would be 355 calls, 360 calls expiring this week or expiring in January 1st or January 2nd. This is a very high probability trade. I really like it. And that's pretty much it. The play is simple. The setup is very simple. I think it's very easy to understand. Watch those episodes on the YouTube series. This pretty much explains how that strategy works. And here's another thing that I like to do. So whenever I'm like just drawing, I'm like, okay, so look, this had a similar setup, this similar setup. These are kind of, you could say, bull flags. If you don't know what a bull flag is, just look it up. Bull flags is basically a downtrend, but then it breaks out. Bull flag, bull flag, bull flag, and one big bull flag. So if this is one big bull flag and every time it was breaking out, breaking out, breaking out, boom, 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 this should, if it performs really, really strong, really well, this could probably go all the way up to 380s, back to all-time highs, and we all know. But that would be me. That's going to be me playing this week. Let me just go back here. Yeah, so I would probably get the 360 calls. This would be my first exit target. And then my second one would probably be 375. So I would probably get the call once 340 breaks with strength, because we are right here at the 340. If 340 could break and hold, that's my confirmation that I could hold the play. All right, that was a lot. I hope you guys were able to keep up. If you couldn't, just play it back. You already know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Icy Gains, always coming at you with some straight ice. I want to say fire, but it's Icy Gains. You already know. But yes, any questions, any comments, any concerns, just comment down below, or the link for my Discord is down below. It's free. I do not know why you wouldn't want to join if you're trying to get into the stock market. This is totally free. We have fun. We chat it up all about stocks, and yeah. So if you are ready to get going with the stock market, DM me. You already know all the good stuff. As always, Isaac Gaines, always got your back, baby. Have a great weekend, happy holidays, and I hope you get to see Santa Claus coming into your house and stealing that glass of milk with them cookies. Yeah, so let's get it, baby.